NFL Week 6, let's get after it. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Craig Bennett, a.k.a. Cash Cake, back with another NFL Prizepicks video. If you don't have that Prizepicks account, use that promo code CashCake and get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. A link is in the description below. All right, Week 6 is here. Ton of injuries this week. Last Sunday, we ended up going 5-0 with our plays. I got 4 plays for you here today. We'll talk about each and every one of them. Hopefully we can get the sweep for you guys, or you can use them, you can fade them. Just going to give you some information that I found and some plays that I am going to be on. And we're just going to jump right in there and get after it. Let's go. All right, we have the Prizepicks desktop up here. Before we jump into this, I'm going to show you yesterday. I gave out a 40-1 DraftKings play here in our elite subscriber package. If you don't know Walker for North Carolina, he's going to play on Sundays, but absolutely smashed this number. Troy Franklin hit that one as well, and Ollie Gordon had a great matchup against Kansas, who just gets shredded on the ground. Smashed that as well. So we hit this one 40-1, and last Sunday I gave one as well. So I'm 2 for 2 for giving these out. We had Montgomery hit, Hall hit, and Chase hit. I've got another one that I'm kind of looking at to brew up. So if you want to get access to any of these, join our elite subscriber package on dailyedgesports.com. And I'll be dropping these in our premium Discord. Here was last week. We just absolutely crushed NFL. Hopefully we can keep this up and going. And then yesterday was just a monster day all around. Pretty good when we can get up that much. Had a few plays go, sideways in college football. It always happens. Could have been even a better day. But if you want to see stuff like this with your stats, just download Pickett. I have this. This is what my month kind of looks at right now. Again, have some great days, have some days that are going to struggle. That's going to happen. As long as I'm green at the end of the month, I am happy. But you can get access to this. Just pulls in your plays either through Prizepicks or Underdog or any of the sports books that are out there, and they'll just pull these in automatically, and you can kind of see how you're doing. Very, very important to have something like this. Just so you can kind of see how you're doing through the month. Super important. So let's go back to Prizepicks, kind of see where we are at. I'm going to apologize in advance for this. When I've been trying to pull up some of these plays, it feels like the Prizepicks desktop is glitching on me. It's like I'll search for one of these, and then it'll be odd. So Cooper Kupp's first one we're going to look at here, 85.5 reception yards, going up against Arizona. It was his first week back in week 5. With Puka Nacua coming back, it was with Puka Nacua showing how great he can be, you're kind of wondering how he's going to fit in that, lineup there, coming back. So with Kupp and Nacua in there, Kupp came back and just was his same old self. See, this is what I'm talking about, how it just glitches like this. So again, you got to have to bear with me here. I don't understand what's going on with this, but again, Cooper Kupp, that's what we're talking about. He had 13 targets last week against Philly, caught 8 balls for 118. I like this over. I like him going for 100 plus here. Going up against Arizona, Chase put up over 190 yards on these guys, and then Ayuk did 150. I think we see over 100, and we might see 100 over both of him and Nacua, but really like this. We're going to go Cooper for more than 85.5 receiving yards. Hopefully they get this fixed, or I'm going to start using my app because it is very annoying. The other one we're going to go look at here, receiver-wise, we're going to come over here. We're going to go Josh Downs. This is one that I do like as well. Looking at Josh, we got Gardner Minshew going to start for Indy, which is going to help the receiving core, I think, a lot because, one thing that we do know about Richardson is he a runner. He's going to run the ball. Having Minshew back there, he's going to throw first when he's back there. And in the 3 games he's played with Minshew, he's averaging almost 8 targets a game. He's coming off that game Minshew played in Tennessee there, had 97 yards receiving. Again, this is a North Carolina product as well. But really like Josh Downs, really like the 44.5 receiving yards. Again, as long as Minshew is in there, that's going to be a play that I do like. If you wanted to go Pittman as well, I don't mind if you want to look at that, but I do like the yards here at 44.5. And if you can get the receptions at like 2.5 or I think it's at 2.5. If you get 2.5, I'd smash it. Even 3.5, I don't mind it too much. But I like Josh Downs here. I like with Minshew. Again, he's going to be throwing the ball a lot more, not trying to run the ball quite as much. So I do think it helps going up against Jacksonville. I think that's a good play. Let's go to another one. There's injury consideration here. Raheem Mostert. I'm going to look at the fantasy score here. I'm going to look at more 15.5 fantasy score. A play that we're going to see no A-Chain. A-Chain is done for a little bit, so it's going to be his backfield. Yeah, Ahmed might play some snaps as well, but I think Mostert's going to get the most of the snaps here. And the great thing about Raheem Mostert, he scored a touchdown in 4 of the 5 games. Week 1, 1 touchdown. They had 2 touchdowns against New England. Then played Denver, had 3 touchdowns. Nothing against Buffalo. And then the Giants, he ended up scoring a touchdown on 65 yards. So I like the fantasy score. I think he gets in the box there against Carolina, being massive favorites. If he gets a touchdown here, won't need too much. You know, he can catch some balls out of the backfield as well. And that massive game against Denver, where he had 3 touchdowns, he had 7 targets, caught 7 balls for 60 yards. He's had targets in each game. You know, so if we get a handful of targets and catches, you know, you go 4 for 40 there. That's 80 yards. Get him a touchdown. You know, we're sitting at 14 and we haven't even touched his rushing yards. So like the Mostert, I'm looking to go for fantasy score here. I think there's a lot of different ways you can go with him. But this is probably my favorite. I think he goes over 20 fantasy points here. One spot that I'm going to look to get after. And then the last play we're going to look at here, again, injury consideration here. No Justin Jefferson going up against the Bears. I'm going to look at KJ Osborne. I know a lot of people are going to look at, I know a lot of people are going to decide to look at Addison, you know, Hawkinson, and I get it. I like those guys as well. But KJ Osborne kind of gets lost in the sauce here. You know, he does pretty well when Justin Jefferson is there. So if we're going to put no Justin Jefferson, you know, Kirk's basically playing for his life. I don't think he's going to be a Viking after this year. I did read somewhere that he's not going to waive his no trade clause, but I think they said, where is it? Yeah, Kirk Cousins is expected to remain in Minnesota this season. Won't look to waive no trade clause. So, you know, KJ Osborne, 3.5 receptions. Again, I think they throw the ball quite a bit here against the Bears. Bears defense is not that great. 3.5 receptions feels a little light with no JJ because they're going to throw the ball around a little bit more. Again, if you want to look at Hawkinson, I'm fine with that. If you want to look at Addison, I'm okay. But I think KJ is the guy I want to look at 3.5 just feels a little bit light here. So those are the 4 plays I'm looking at. If I had to rank these, I'd probably put Mostert number 1, Cooper Kupp number 2, Josh Downs number 3, and KJ Osborne number 4. If you want more plays like that or any of the plays that I hit, I'm going to try to find another 40 to 1 or higher for NFL for DraftKings as well. So if you want something like that, again, join us on dailyedgesports.com and we will try to get after it for you guys. And like always, appreciate you. See you on the flip side. Deuces.